I am Maria Garcia de Fleury. Francesco Forgioni, whom we know today as Padre Pio of Pietrelcina, born on May 5, 1887, in the city of Pietrelcina in the Campania region, Kingdom of Italy, died when he was 81 on September 23rd, 1968. What made Father Pio most famous was the phenomenon of the stigmata of the Passion of Christ on his body, wounds on his hands, feet, side, and shoulder, painful but invisible between 1911 and 1918, and then visible for 50 years from September 1918 to September 1968. His blood apparently had the perfume of flowers, an aroma associated with holiness. It is interesting to know that Father Pio of Pietrelcina, in most of the masses he celebrated, he did not say the homily, convinced that in the liturgy what must be revealed by the priest is the mystery and not his own personality, so as not to overshadow or disfigure what you are celebrating. This is not a call for priests not to preach at Mass or neglect the importance of that moment. On the contrary, they should preach and they should do everything they can to do it well. But the objective of his words must be to lead everyone to a deeper experience of the mystery that is being celebrated, living it first of all in themselves, making the center of the preaching the participation in the sacrifice of Calvary that happens in each Eucharist. Where Father Pio did preach was in the confessional, and with this he invited priests to rediscover the value of the sacrament of penance or reconciliation. Father Pio was aware that in the confessional it is one of the few places where a person exposes himself with as much vulnerability and at the same time heroism as when confessing his sins. It is at that moment where the person is most open to the message he will receive of the one speaking to him in the name of God. He understood confession as the awakening of the soul. That is why, for Father Pio, confession was a unique opportunity to help the person see themselves in the light of the truth. For this reason, sometimes he used the understanding and sweetness of a father, and other times the severity of a judge or the precision of a surgeon. Although he had the gift of knowing sins even if people did not confess them, Father Pio did not leave anyone indifferent who passed through the confessional. And this is another of the great teachings that the saint of the stigmata gives to the priests, that we ask God for the gift of discernment, science, and counsel, essential to pronounce the right words to each penitent. In this way, the confessional, the seat of mercy, can also be the seat of wisdom through the true word that the a priest offers. Another very fruitful way of Father Pio's preaching was through his hundred of letters, where he maintained a live and direct relationship with so many of his children and spiritual directors. And his epistolary is an essential reference to delve into the mystic of this man who lived crucified with Christ and gave relief to the suffering of so many thanks to the fruitful offering of his own. He wrote about the experience of the Eucharist, his most intimate confidences, the secrets that Christ himself and his Virgin Mother revealed to him. Father Pio teaches that we must learn to offer the seed of the Word of God, that is always fruitful, because if we want to collect, it is necessary to sow a lot and spread the seed of the Word of God, because with God we always win.